Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Two-time Tony Award winner Sutton Foster is returning to the stage in the new group's new production of the classic Neil Simon, Cy Coleman, and Dorothy Fields musical Sweet Charity under the direction of Lee Silverman. And we stopped by the rehearsal room to talk to Sutton and meet the company. So here we are,
Yeah.
Sweet Charity, tell me.
Yeah, well, Sutton and Lee had this incredible idea about how they wanted to, look at the show, and it felt so new group to me, and here we are.
I love how you do shows. People come to you, give you a hip, cool idea, and you're like, yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah, when something, if they have a compelling argument as to why it works, and they certainly had a compelling argument, and having, helping them put it together, it's obviously, I'm very happy, when watching sort of what's happening. It feels very new group. It's so interesting to see a show like this so up close and personal, in that way, in your face sort of way, which is of course what we're known for. And I guess like no seat is going to be more than 5 rows away from the stage. So everybody's going to be, that with it. I think it's going to be really cool.
Living in the world of Sweet Charity, what's it been like for you?
It's fantastic. It's such a wonderful story. It's a huge dance piece, as you know. And even in this version, this really scaled down version that we're doing, there's just as much dance. And what it means is that the entire cast dances, and they do everything. It's really wonderful. Working with Sutton has been a dream. She just brings so much from day one. She brings like character and intention to the dancing, so we're constantly figuring out, would your character do this? Would your character do that move? And would she choose to do that move, or choose to do a move more like this? So it's been a real lesson for me, and real great experience. And also working with Lee for the first time, who is so story driven and so character driven. I'm learning so much. It's just been a great experience.
And we really feel like the virtue of this production is going to be story and character, because we don't have the 28 people. We don't have the crazy big stage. We don't have the giant Broadway house. We're all about character, story, stripped down 12 people. Who is Charity? What's happening to her? And telling the story in a way that we hope will feel a total homage to everything that's come before. The heart, the comedy, the amazing dancing, and also a way you've never seen Charity.
And the cast, you streamed it down to how many?
12. Yeah. It's amazing. They are doing triple, quadruple duty. It is just incredible. And the way that they all work together, the way that they have banded together to understand the vision of what we're trying to create. We need people who are killer triple threats, quadruple threats. Like, it is just amazing.
What's great about it is I have never seen the show ever. I just heard about it, and Oscar was described to me, and I read it, and it's amazing. It's such a beautiful role, because as we discussed earlier, we all have an Oscar in us, right? So good intentions.
Your leading lady, Sutton Foster.
Sutton. Last time I saw Sutton, I was on a flat table dead as the monster in Young Frankenstein, and I'd look up, and there's Sutton with blonde hair, and I was like, yeah, I love that. So now
It's a little different now, right?
Now I'm upright, and I'm looking at Sutton going, yeah. Yeah.
You play how many characters?
I'm playing 3 characters, which are normally played by 3 different actors. So it isn't like it's built into the track that it's like normally a same actor plays different people. So for me, that's a bit terrifying, but also really exciting to bring truth and humanity to 3 different types of people and 3 different characters, and really see how different and how similar they are, and find a way to really bring that across to the audience.
What's been the coolest aspect so far with working on this show?
Sutton Foster. Come on.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest pinch me moment so far in rehearsal?
Sweating next to Sutton Foster. I'm like there, and she's there, and we're like holding hands, and she's like, wow, this number's really hard. I'm like, yeah, it's really hard. Sutton Foster is everything to me when I moved to New York. So like, to stand next to her, and she texts me on my phone sometimes. It's like the best. It's like the best.
All right, favorite pinch me moment so far in rehearsal for you has been what?
There's got to be something better than this. Yeah, I remember I saw it on the schedule or something one day, and I went home and I just YouTubed the number from the movie, and I just started to cry. I was so excited to get to sing and dance this number, and with Emily and Sutton too. I mean, they're amazing. I think the three of us are such a magical trio.
Emily was like saying, "I'm sweating with Sutton Foster. The three of us are up there." That was it. It's like it doesn't get any better than this.
Does it? No, and we're just it's such a long number that we have these moments throughout where we just we look at each other and check back in, and it's like I get to check in with these amazing women. It's great.
This is a show that has always sort of been on my radar. Although I never really had I never really dove into it until now. We've only had 1 week of rehearsal, so it's all still very new, but it's pretty exciting. I was talking to Asmarette. We were working on Asmarette, Emily and I are working on There's Got to Be Something Better Than This, and we've been Josh has been working on the choreography, and at the end of the number, all three of us are extremely out of breath, but also like on the verge of like bursting into tears because it's just sort of overwhelming and so exciting to be able to do these iconic numbers and to sort of tell the story, especially in this way. Only 12 people in the cast, it's really cool. It's like a true ensemble of individuals, and it's been a really great process so far. Really, it's probably going to be. I think it's the hardest thing that I've ever. I think it's going to be the hardest thing I've ever done because I've never really danced like this. And Josh is really pushing me in a whole new direction, which is really terrifying, but exciting, And I feel equal parts like this is going to be amazing, and equal parts I'm never going to be able to do it. So I think that's kind of it's a scary place to live in, but also exciting.
Because Gwen Verdon and Sheeta both told me it was the most terrifying role, but the most rewarding role to do of charity. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm not alone.
No, totally.
I'm in good company. That's good to hear. I definitely feel that way. I feel like I'm like incredibly daunted, but
in a good way.
But in a really good way. I feel those are sort of the projects that are that excite me the most, or the ones that seem almost impossible.